It has been said that the greatest philosophical question ever posed is whether or not one should kill themselves. Death is a monster with no taste, only hunger, and may be the only force in the known universe that does not discriminate on any basis. We all know we will die one day. We all know things will end. The earth will be boiled by the sun will explode, leaving a smaller star to burn for thousands of times longer than the sun ever was. The stars will run out of fuel one by one, and finally all the black holes will radiate out until all of existence is a smooth paste of particles, repeating out into eternity of both time and space. It's my belief that the most rigorous philosophical rationale will always lead to nihilism. Nothing matters, as long as you don't want it to. I can decide my life has purpose. I can will meaning into my heart, but of course this train of thought will always lead to the same place. I will die, and regardless of my accomplishments, whether I leave a legacy of dirt or one of gold, it won't matter in not very much time at all. The answer to that question, then, is whatever you decide to do, live on or don't, its consequence will approach zero rapidly. But, and let me stress how big a but this is, I am not a nihilist. I do not think anyone should kill themselves, and my reasoning is simple. I have to live a life with purpose and meaning, and find happiness, even if in 200 years no one will ever know my name, because I love my parents, and they deserve to know their son found contentment before we all became universe soup at the end of time. The tragedy of death is not in those who die, but in those who live on, and no pit of depression, logical hole, or apathetic tantrum will ever trump the fact that I love my mother. See? Simple. At some point by now you may be thinking, why Minecraft? But if you think it out, that question is redundant. Why not GTA 5, or sports footage, or me sitting in a room with LED lights, or a green screen, or a montage of stock photos loosely related to what I'm talking about, or why even make it at all? I found the overlaying of heavy and meaningful topics on the background of this footage comforting. I know lots of people, including myself, who probably stopped playing games like this, or making things like this, because it was seen as childish, nerdy, unattractive. It's only by growing up do you realize that the things we liked as kids were always pretty good. Growing up isn't doing only adult things all of the time. It's doing the things you always liked with more intention because you have shit to do now. If a grown-up tells you not to do an activity, or make a piece of art, or be a certain person because of how it might be perceived as childish or unattractive, feel bad for them. That is someone so bogged down by perception, they would limit themselves in a universe where you only get one life. One life. I try to remind myself that I'm gonna die every day. Staring down the barrel helps me decide what's really important. Not too long ago, I was in a pit deep enough it was uncertain I'd climb out. But it was from the bottom, when I'd already fucked up everything going on in my life, and I could finally see what was important. I saw it quite clearly, as I can see now, a truth. First, I will not give up because I love my parents too much, and if I can't give up, I need purpose and meaning to drive me, so I will find purpose and meaning and dedicate myself to that. I picked music. Although if I was trying to be as pretentious as possible, I would say that music picked me. I am now on the road towards my goal, and for better or worse, I won't stop. And at the same time, as I regain that ability to feel happy and content, I am faced with another truth. I don't actually care if I make it. Well, of course I care. Being a successful musician is literally my only goal in life right now, and I am currently dedicating myself to that every day. But on a more important sense, I couldn't care less about it. I have had the opportunity to go through the plight of the alcoholic and the drug addict over the last 2 years. I've found people inside myself I do not like, and crossed the lines in the sand I drew far from the shore. I've woken up in hospitals not knowing how or why I was there. I've spent weeks sleeping in parks and fast food joints. I've drank with homeless guys, and when we went our ways at the end of the night, I felt like I was losing a dear friend. I've tried crack with people who frightened me and didn't feel any fear or apprehension. I've accepted my fate and moved on from the ideal of partying in my 20s. I felt so scared of myself, I got on my knees and prayed to a God I don't believe in. I'm not sure why I tell you this. I hate comparing suffering in people's lives, and I'm sure there's a good percentage of people for whom this stuff doesn't even seem that bad. We spend most of all of the time trying to make ourselves forget that we're gonna die. The reason I feel blessed for my misfortunes is that it put me in a room with a blinding reminder of mortality, and locked me there until I figured out a way to benefit from its proximity. The reason I don't care if I achieve any of my goals is because I'm already here. This is all it will ever be. Right now, look around wherever you are, feel however you're feeling. That's it. That's all life is. Being wherever you are and the thoughts you're having at the moment. I don't need anything other than being okay with where I am, and especially being okay with not being okay with where I am sometimes. Maybe I just fell backwards into Buddhism, I don't know, but I'm 100% sure there's nothing I can get or achieve that will ever make me happier than the days I'm just feeling okay. I need to care about my goals so that I'll work at them, but my real goal is just to work at them. I'll leave you with this. Someone once told me, if you don't like someone, get to know them better. This doesn't mean not to judge others, but I believe you should leave a spot of empathy for every human, no matter how monstrous. No baby is born evil. Try to judge others the right way. Social judgment serves an important function, to shape proper behavior, to reject the inexcusable. Humans were designed to feel judged, but no one was ever meant to hate themselves. Learning not to hate yourself will free you more than anything else. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna lay back and play some Minecraft on this nice rainy evening. Hope you enjoy this common creeper farm footage. I think I'm gonna make an iron farm next.